Help protect us from racism and xenophobia by becoming an I Love Black People ambassador today. Join on iloveblackpeople.com. No matter where you are in the world, join us today and get access to the I Love Black People network. Special thanks to Banneker Communities.
Greetings, amazing, dynamic, wonderful. I Love Black People followers and members and supporters. Appreciate everyone coming on and giving your feedback and energy to continue this wonderful journey that we take as we build and create for our people in a way that's not only beautiful, and we say Black is beautiful. We talk about how wonderful our people are, but we also understand how important it is to protect and to be there for each other. So please, along this journey, make sure that everything that we give as well as you receive is done in a way that is uplifting. And we definitely appreciate all of you, and continue sending your emails to info@iloveblackpeople.com and sharing your information with us. As you know, our phone number is 202-558-5143. Definitely we're here to continue this journey. And as as a tech startup, it's important. You're our early adopters. You're our first folks that come along board and participate and give us your feedback, which is very important. And as you know, we've been doing a lot of updates on our website, as well as, most importantly, our application. So literally make sure you downloaded the I Love Black People Safe Places app. We've included some real good features that allow you to communicate and chat groups. So these chat groups are called committees, because we're not just chatting, we're not just socializing, we're actually taking action. And we have several committees based around our key elements of places to eat, places to sleep, finance, legal, beauty, transportation, education and childcare, and of course, healthcare. So make sure you get involved. We have our Pan-African Unity Committee. Again, as we're building a Pan-African network across the continent, a lot of people don't realize that when we talk about Pan-Africanism, a lot of what we discuss is not actually taking place on the continent. We were divided by colonizers into countries that still are divided. And so it's important that we create a bond throughout the continent of Africa through these different categories, so that we have at least a foundation that we can go to anytime we're in the diaspora and we want to return, or anytime we want to have a strong base. Pan-African unity is very important, and especially on the continent of Africa. So we thank all our members who've been really doing a great job in sharing information in regards to Pan-African businesses on the continent. And when I say that, businesses that, again, these are places that are safe for our people, where they are free from racism and Afrophobia. And we always discuss Afrophobia is the irrational hatred and fear of people who are perceived to be of African descent. And so it's very important that when our people are on the continent, as well as anywhere else, that they're not being attacked or harmed or humiliated or marginalized. And we know that we can build this great safety net, so that literally no matter where you are in the world, you can move about fearlessly. And that's super, super, super important. And in addition to that we have going on, we're going to make sure that for our members that are in the United States, that they have all the information they can get access to on how to participate in the upcoming elections. As we tell our members, we're not waiting for elections or politicians to save us. We're here to save ourselves. With that being said, we want to make sure that in every way that our members are able to participate, as well as benefit from all the opportunities and rights that they have as people, as human beings. And we're going to get our Black friendly businesses involved too, where they're literally going to be providing voter education in the United States to help their customers know what and how to best participate. A lot of times there's a lot of changes, a lot of updates to what's going on. We want to make sure that as many of our Black friendly businesses have a way to support their communities, as well as our members have all the latest and greatest information. And all that will be provided through our I Love Black People Safe Places app. So these are the things that we're doing. Oh, and then also we've included some automated translations. We've listened to what people have said throughout our international membership of the importance of leveraging and using Swahili. So right now, if you're somebody who speaks English or French or any of these colonized languages, your comments and conversations will automatically be translated into Swahili. So we want to make sure that we're leveraging African languages as well as any of these other languages. We'll continue to build on this, but we wanted to make sure that we put Africa's first as much as we can and make sure that we create ways to connect so there's not boundaries. There's no way that colonized language should prevent us as a people from being able to communicate with each other. So it's very important that everyone gets the opportunity to participate, and we can use technology to do so. So the days of people talking about, well, I can't do this with so and so because they speak a different language. Well, it doesn't matter what language. Only thing that's going to matter right now is our purpose, and we're here literally to make sure we can protect our people from the harms and humiliations of Afrophobia and racism. So, as long as you're interested in protecting our people from Afrophobia, we have a great tool that, with your support and with your feedback, is being built, and it's getting better and better every day because of your participation and your support, as well as your insights and thoughts. None of these things would have been possible with just one or two brains working on it. So, this is a Pan African developed app. And for those who use Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, all these, none of those are Pan African applications. None of them were developed with Pan African intentions or directions. I Love Black People Safe Places app is that app that's built, maintained, and directed by Pan Africanists. So if that's something that you're super interested in, and making sure our means of communications and organizing are based in application and infrastructure that's created by us, by all means participate and be a part of this. We do not want to find ourselves in a situation where we're using one of these social media outlets and they shadow ban. And we've experienced some of those things. These are things that if you have content that they don't want, or you have people uh, who don't see the value of blackness and who we are, they will place barriers to make it difficult. So what we know and understand is important that we have our own means of communication, that we are able to use platforms that are designed and developed by us for us. So with that being said, definitely download the app. I Love Black People is on Google Play. Is on the Google Store and excuse me, Google Play and the Apple Store. Make sure you download and participate. Like, that's the biggest thing. Register, be a part of this, and be able to contribute in ways that allow us to organize. And anytime we see movements happening, we understand it's important that it's not just about mobilizing. And there's a difference between mobilizing and organizing. Mobilizing is getting people to show up someplace. Concert can mobilize people. Organizing is actually having an agenda and accomplishing missions based on that agenda and being able to execute. And it takes more time and definitely more dedication, and in ways that mobilizing are helpful, but not in ways that mobilization is actually the solution. Organizing is definitely what we are using our time we're spending together to do, not just mobilize. We're not just getting people to go vote and then what? You know, that's not organizing. That's mobilizing. We need to organize our people and vote and do every other thing else. Live our lives 365 days of the year in a way that shows that we love ourselves and we love our communities, and that we're literally here, very present, and not just waiting for someone to come save us. So much of what we're doing is about empowerment. So much what we're doing is literally leveraging the resources that we have and making them go as far as possible. At the end of the day, our the biggest resource we have is our time. And I know you hear people talk about, cut a check, send the money. Definitely, for the things that you support, you should, financially support. But we understand colonialism was just a manifestation of capitalism, and we understand that capitalism really is a institution that's about a few people taking advantage of the masses. And what we're doing, I Love Black People, is actually taking this and flipping it on its head. We're about empowering the masses for the sake of the masses. And we want to make sure that everything that we're doing is a collective um, context to it. It's not about individual achievement. It's about collective achievements. That's for all the Find New Pie guys. It literally is about collective achievement. How do we, I am because we are. And so everything that we're doing in that regard is about uh, how to build on that and giving tools and providing tools to empower that. So I wanted to make sure that everyone has had the opportunity to download our I Love Black People Safe Places app, kind of give you a snapshot of where we are with it and some of the great, exciting things that we're going to be doing, especially on mobilizing as well as organizing in the U.S. as far as the elections. And again, we know there's a lot of things going on in the world with genocides throughout Africa, Middle East, as well as in the Americas. We as a population have, again, gun violence is literally unacceptable, and it's happening in the United States with all the uh, so-called law enforcement agencies, and we still have murders taking place with handguns throughout communities, especially in our in Black communities. It's unacceptable. The amount of drugs that are able to come into the United States with all the law enforcement agencies, all the technology, all the surveillance is unacceptable. So we're very clear that we need to organize in every way and in all levels possible to make sure that we protect our communities from these horrible things. And the only people who are going to save us is us. So praise God that we can save ourselves and do our best to do that and make sure that we're participating in every field of human endeavor as we should. Now, on to the next thing. As September's coming up quick, I know it's one of those things where it's that time of the year again, and we're having our Black Blockchain Summit, which has been a great opportunity for us to literally leverage some of the best minds in this particular science of of blockchain to make sure our communities are not left out. And we're literally bringing some of the best minds that are in these fields, and we're including artificial intelligence, AI, to make sure that we're leveraging all these technologies to solve problems in our communities. And that's always been our framework. Our framework is we bring in people who are in applied sciences, like developers, computer scientists, computer engineers, electrical engineers, engineers of all background, as well as we bring in social scientists, folks who are in political science, social science, as well as sociology, who really have a great grasp of these old problems, but may not have understanding of the technologies that could actually be helpful. And then on the flip side, the folks who are in the technology who have some of the latest access to technologies and solutions don't necessarily always understand the problems. So bringing those two pieces together ends up creating a wonderful opportunity for us to build in ways that we typically don't have. And to be able to do that at the Mecca Howard University is super awesome, and it gives us an opportunity to again reconvene. We this year number 7, so we definitely are happy to have as many of our folks come back and see us and be a part of it. We're looking at kicking off all things on September 19th. We have been promoting the conference from the 20th to the 21st, which are actual conference activities. But we're going to lead everything off with a reception at the U.S. Capitol Visitor Center that's being sponsored by Galaxy. So we're super thankful for their support of our activities, and continue and shout out to Mike Novogratz for his continued support, as well as a host of our other teammates that are super helpful. HU support from Jerron Smith, super helpful. Cleb Messador. I mean, there's so many, Reggie Middleton, so many Howard folks that are super helpful. But we got all our folks, the Black Blockchain support folks. From Lamar Wilson to Isaiah Jackson. I mean, we really have just some very super duper talented people who are always willing to share their knowledge in a very selfless way. And then that's important because it allows us to continue to connect to our community so that our communities are not left out. And one of the things that's important in making sure we do that is that, again, you get a chance to go to the website, blackblockchainsummit.com. Make sure you sign up. Students are free. If you're a student, got a student ID, you definitely are free. I think you got to have a student email also, but all students are free. We'll never charge our people who don't have the means to have access to the information. So you'll see a lot of these tech conferences, and they're charging thousands of dollars. Literally, I'm not no hyperbole, no cap. I guess they say, hundreds and hundreds of dollars for tickets. We don't. At the end of the day, we've never turned someone away. First of all, one, and then two, we try to make sure that we keep the prices of the tickets such that it's accessible. We definitely got to make sure we take care and cover all our expenses, but really, this is our way of giving back. When you see the speakers, when you see the folks participating, this is all of our opportunity who work day in and day out in the tech space to give back to our community. And so, for those who can't physically make it to Howard University on that weekend, we also have virtual. So you can sign up to be a part of our virtual part of the conference. But the in person, I'd say, what makes it special is that the people we have participate are special, are doing things that again are amazing, and the relationships and the opportunities that have been built from our members. All folks participating, coming together in collaboration. We've even had people come together through the Black Blockchain Summit and end up getting married, having babies, doing amazing, things. And literally, a key part of that, those relationships came from the Black Blockchain Summit. Like key, pivotal moments that maybe if they hadn't come to the summit, they might have not have got married or might have not have started that business opportunity. So we're really so blessed by the people that participate, and we want to make sure the experience of the folks that are participating is such that they really can enjoy and be a part of something that's worthwhile, that they understand is important. So we're very thankful for everyone who's been part of building this Black Blockchain Summit. We couldn't do it without you. It's really from our co-host John Karanja to Sister Ala Kanani, they call the Bitcoin Lady. We've had so many people give of themselves in ways that 7 years in Bitcoin terms is a long time. So to have the Black Blockchain Summit at Howard University, shout out to AfroBlocks with Tungai Choto. They're doing some great stuff with African freelancers that's been super helpful. And a part of that, we've been doing a emerging technology monthly webinar that's literally, again, giving us more ways to touch and reach out to community members to understand how they can be a part of what we're doing as a community of technologists. We want to make sure that we remain relevant, and one of the ways that we can do that is stay connected to our community and not just wait every year to do so, but stay connected monthly. Just to be able to touch and communicate along the lines of technology and how fast and how much is changing. We want to make sure that everyone is able to access this information and knowledge and apply it in ways that actually can improve their quality of life. So even if you're not a technologist, this is for people who own small businesses or people who have a nonprofit or just want to improve, enhance the quality of life of their family. These technologies are out here, and we want to make sure that they're accessible and understandable by our communities. And these monthly webinars will add to that capacity to do so. So see us in person at the Black Blockchain Summit, September 20th to the 21st. And you can also participate in our webinars, which will be on the last Monday of every month, last Monday. So check that out as a part of the emergency. It's emergency, it's urgent, come on. Now, we want to make sure that you're part of the emerging technology webinar also. We have one coming up very soon. So when I say very soon, that means the last Monday of every month. With that being said, if you are interested in being a speaker or participating also, make sure you go to info at blackblockchainsummit.com. That's info at blackblockchainsummit.com. If you're interested in signing up for and getting your tickets or being a part of this, go to blackblockchainsummit.com, blackblockchainsummit.com. Definitely make sure you reach out, get the information so you understand what's going on. And of course, as we always have good food too. Let me tell you something about our conference. Unlike some of these folks where they give you them chicken boxes, at the Black Blockchain Summit, we got catfish Fridays, and Brother Chris throws down with the peach cobbler. Like, I know tech conferences aren't supposed to talk about the menu, but we got food for thought, food for your belly. We got food for everything. So we want to make sure that you seriously enjoy all of that, and again, make sure you make the most of that time that you spend together with us at Howard University. Also, a thing that we're looking at pulling together just to make sure that we have as many people involved. As you know, we've been working on our Love and Protect Our Children tour. We're looking at organizing our members and going down and being a part of activities at the in Chicago during the DNC. Again, we're definitely not here to tell people who they should vote for. And now, look, y'all know I'm not gonna, I'm a Kamala Harris supporter, so you'll definitely see me talking about supporting Kamala Harris. But again, as we know, the U.S. government has not been a friend to Black people in domestically or foreign. So whoever we have in office, I'm voting for Kamala, of course. We need to make sure that they're doing what's right agenda wise, tangibly for our community. So let me just say that too as a disclaimer. I'm definitely super duper 10 toes down for Sister Kamala. But that being said, we need to hold all, even the people we love, even the people we hate, we got to hold everybody accountable for our agenda. And I talk about that over and over and over and over and over again. Politics is not about love or hate. It's about agendas. It's about determining who gets what and when. That's not me. That's Walter Fauntroy, who was the U.S. representative from Washington, D.C., as a delegate. So we're definitely, it's important that we hold each other accountable. But it looks like we might be in Chicago during the same times the Democrat National Convention. So if you're interested in seeing what we're up to, again, hit us up at info@iloveblackpeople.com. And we're also going to be making sure that we do as much to be supportive of Sister Angela Also Brooks. Definitely those people who are in Maryland, make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you know how to vote and use our app to get out and make sure you participate well. And I think one of the things that's important with all these things being said, when you talk about voting for these folks, what is it that you want? It's just like in business. You're in business, you got to ask yourself, what do you want? What is the purpose of you being involved in this? Why are you in business? What is the purpose of this? You're engaged in voting. Why are you engaged in voting? What is the purpose of this? What are you trying to get out of this? And how do you hold people accountable? You don't, in no way should you let a politician dictate to you what you want. You should dictate to politicians. That's the ones you like or don't like. Whoever wins, we're going to get up the next day and live our lives. We're not going to let the people that we love or hate determine what happens in our lives. So we got to be very clear when you're dealing with politics that we make sure that we have in our agenda and be clear about that and hold ourselves accountable to it. And I think one of the things that's important, and when we disagree, we don't have to let those disagreements tear our community down. We don't have to tear each other apart. We can literally disagree and still be, kind and as well as respectful towards each other. So don't allow, I would just reinforce, don't allow your stance or your viewpoint on these different issues to tear apart your relationships with people in ways that are personal. Again, if even with, and I've seen this even with Bitcoin, people, oh, I don't think this is that. That's fine. You don't have to. I think that's great. And then another thing, and I'm bringing up Bitcoin. People talk about scams. There are plenty of scams out there. So I never talk to people like, oh, don't be, but I say be skeptical. But be skeptical of everything. Don't just be skeptical of scams when it's related to crypto. I mean, any scam. Anything that sounds too good to be true. Anytime you're trying to get something for nothing, that's larceny. That's, be mindful. Don't be a participant in things that are literally going to harm us because you're somehow blinded by love or hate. Don't be blinded by either one of them. Make sure that you're taking the time out to literally study and evaluate what's going on. If you're looking at Kamala Harris, like study her record and look at all the other people that are running in the race and look at what this all these things mean to you and how you think it relates to the outcomes that you are looking for at the end of this. And be clear. And I just want to be also clear. If you don't vote, I don't care what you do come November in the United States. Whoever is elected is there to represent you. Hold them accountable. And if you make a mistake in November, correct it every other day of the year. And if you are successful in November, make sure you hold the people accountable every day of the year. This system that we're participating is not a one day on the first Tuesday of November thing. It's an everyday lifestyle thing. And we have to live a life in a way that Summit, the people who continue to support I Love Black People in our application so that we can make sure that you come out. I don't say enough of this, but make sure you get a chance to go on Amazon. We have the Global Green Book. Make sure you get a copy of the Global Green Book. Sister Nana Ku, a super amazing sister, has been very helpful in building out a directory on legal as well as prior to that healthcare. We want to make sure you go to Amazon.com and check us out. With that being said, as I always end these wonderful sessions with you and episodes, I am because we are, and I'm so thankful.
To help protect us from racism and xenophobia by becoming an I Love Black People ambassador today, join on iloveblackpeople.com. No matter where you are in the world, join us today and get access to the I Love Black People network. Special thanks to Banneker Communities.